Hey everyone, Nick here and welcome back to Gamerjoob, and welcome back to our Poppy Playtime character concept series. So the next forgotten critter we've created for this video is called Bandit Bat. So we'll go into this character's backstory, gameplay mechanics and all that good stuff as well. But before we do any of that, do be sure to leave a like and subscribe as it helps a lot and it's greatly appreciated. It also keeps you up to date with the videos that we post. Also, as always, I will just add that what we say in this video is not linked to the overall universe and lore of Poppy Playtime. This is just a fun what-if scenario and a cool creepy story we get to tell, and we hope you enjoy. Alrighty, well, with that out of the way, let's get into the character concept of Bandit Bat. So, previously in our Poppy Playtime character concept series, we've been looking into the forgotten critters that live in Critterland. The player has found themselves here and needs to escape as soon as they can. Throughout this area, they've met multiple dangerous critters, but luckily for them, their last encounter was a much more positive one. The last forgotten critter they met was Caring Capybara. She was a much more friendly critter who only wanted to help poor injured toys at the factory. In our last video, she agrees to help the player escape from Critterland. She shows them her secret passageways that lead straight to the exit, but with the conveyor belt broken, the player wasn't going anywhere. But once Caring Capybara repaired it, the player could finally be on their way out of here. In the end, the two parted ways and the player set off. So now they just need to ride the conveyor belt and wait to reach the exit. But soon enough, they'll realise it wouldn't be that easy. But before we find out what happens, let's meet the next forgotten critter character. And this new character is called Bandit Bat. Hence the name, this smiling critter is modelled after the nocturnal cave-dwelling animal, the bat. His design was quite different to all the other critters as well. Instead of arms, he has large wings. And in addition to his unique design, he also was quite the character. So, Bandit Bat is known to be a thief who loves stealing gold. He'd sleep all day and then at night he would make his move. Throughout the years, he's become quite a notorious bandit, which is what landed him his name. Bandit Bat. Your gold is as good as gone. With this bandit around, you better not make a sound. Lock your gold up tight and put up a fight, because nothing will stop this greedy bat from getting what he wants. Scent Blackberry. So you might have noticed that in his character bio it mentions not making a sound. Well, that's because Bandit Bat is a blind critter, and the way that he can see is through sound. Just like a regular bat, he uses sonar to map out his surroundings. So wherever there was the sound of coins, Bandit Bat would surely be there. But it turns out it wasn't just coins he was after. Anything that made a similar sound would trigger him to swoop down and attack, whether it be keys, jewellery, or anything metallic. Bandit Bat was sure to swoop down and grab it, so workers had to be extra careful when dealing with Bandit. They were to wear nothing metallic or have keys on them, and by no means at all were they supposed to have coins in their pockets. The workers tried to capture and contain Bandit Bat, but he would always find the trickiest hiding places to roost until nighttime. The workers couldn't find him anywhere, and eventually just avoided him at all costs. They never found out where he would secretly roost. But unfortunately, the player would soon find out where this secret spot would be. So now we return back to the player. They've been riding the conveyor belt for a couple of minutes now. Surely they would be at the exit soon. They look behind them and see how far this belt has taken them. And as they turn back around, they see something hanging inside the conveyor belt chute. There's no time to dodge it. The player slams into this upside down creature as it awakens in the process. Bandit Bat panics and screeches once he's woken up. With all this commotion, it causes the chute to collapse and the player falls through the belt. They crash down from the ceiling and land on the hard floor. Whatever that creature is flies out of the overhead chute and roosts in another spot. Great, now what are they going to do? That conveyor belt chute was their surefire ticket out of Critterland, but now, thanks to this smiling critter, that's all been ruined. As the player gets a closer look, they can see who it is. It turns out that it's Bandit Bat. The player tries to sneak past him while he's sleeping upside down, but they accidentally kick a coin with their foot. The coin rings out and Bandit Bat immediately wakes up and snatches it up. These coins were littered all over the ground. They must have fallen from the chute up above. The player needs to be careful where they step. If they wake Bandit Bat anymore, he'll surely find the player and it'll all be over. So very carefully they walk down the hallway and try not to step on any of the coins. It seems like only the sound of the coins is enough to set him off. All the player needs to do is get to the end of this hallway. Once they get through the doors, they will be safe from Bandit Bat. Eventually, after stepping over all the coins, they reach the door. They look behind them and can't see any sign of Bandit Bat. Where has he gone off to? Regardless, it doesn't really matter. The player just needs to exit through these doors to get out of here. But the moment they open them, Bandit Bat swoops down and grabs them. With the player in his clutches, Bandit Bat flies higher and higher. The player needs to repeatedly strike him in the face with their grab hands. If they hit him enough, eventually he'll drop them. But they need to be quick. If they wait too long, then they'll be too high up and the fall will be fatal. So after striking Bandit Bat a number of times, he eventually lets go. The player falls back down to safety and runs to the door. Once they make it through, they trap Bandit Bat inside. Now the player is free to move on to the next area of Critterland, because with Bandit Bat they were thrown off course. So now they have to find their bearings again and figure out exactly where they are. It seems like the conveyor belt chute isn't an option anymore, and now they need to make it through this area out in the open. The player looks up and to their surprise they can see Bandit Bat has somehow made it into this area. He's just hanging from the ceiling. It seems he's asleep at the moment. Hopefully he doesn't plan on attacking the player anytime soon. But with Bandit Bat hanging out in the open, the player would always have to be looking over their shoulder. They need to give him another place to hide and roost. Once they've done that, he surely won't bother them anymore. So the player looks around at their surroundings. They can see a number of overhead air vents. So they open a bunch of them in hopes that he might fly in. All in all, the player opens about 5 vents. And sure enough, Bandit Bat flies straight inside one. The player closes the vent and now they can travel ahead safely. As they make it towards the next area of Critterland, they'll have to ready themselves for whatever comes next. And as to what that will be, we'll just have to wait and see. So I think that Bandit Bat would be a great addition to our Forgotten Critters roster of characters. I think that a flying enemy character would definitely offer some interesting gameplay mechanics, that's for sure. And also the thought of always looking up would definitely keep the player on their toes. They need to be careful to move around and not make too much noise, and if they aren't careful, Bandit Bat will be the last thing they see. Alrighty everyone, well that's all we have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please consider leaving a like, commenting and subscribing, as it helps a lot and it's greatly appreciated. As always, let me know what you thought of Bandit Bat and what you'd like to see going forward. Also, as always, I just want to thank you all for watching, and also a very big thank you to our Gamerjoob members as well. If you'd like to be a Gamerjoob member, then do be sure to click the link in the description down below or the join button underneath this video. You get some pretty cool perks like custom emojis, and you'll also get your name displayed at the start of our videos. But you don't need to be a member to enjoy our content, it's just if you'd like to, and it's greatly appreciated. Alrighty, well, until the next Poppy Playtime character concept video, I'll catch you later, bye.